Okay, it is 6:30. I'd like to call to order the Tuesday, April 4th, 2023 Board of Public Works and Utilities boards. I'll start with a roll call. So, Mayor Smith.
Here.
All right, Larry Jurassic.
Present.
So. Oh, no, Jared, sorry.
I'm here.
And Sabrina. There, yeah, somewhere it's on the next page, but that's all right. I don't know why it's break grant me. Yeah. Sabrina, did you
Present.
respond?
Yes,
Okay.
thank you.
And then myself, I am present. Okay. All right. Item number 3. Oh, no, item number 2, consideration and action on minutes from the previous meeting. I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion that we accept the previous meetings minutes.
Second.
Motion to approve made by Larry Jurassic, seconded by Mayor Smith. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Item number 3 is public input. Anyone wishing to speak will be limited to 3 minutes. Please identify your name and your address. First call for public input.
We can, if you want to now, we will mention you at the meeting, so. Just say that you're here.
Here you go.
I'm Pat Caffrey. I'm here representing Cooley Region Humane Society for item number 4, requesting temporary parking on the west side of Critter Court during the construction project. We will be adding in addition to the building, and once the heavy equipment is done with that construction, then we're going to be rebuilding the parking lot and driveway. The soil is very poor there, so we're going to undercut by a couple feet, bring in new fill and build up a better base. So it will be out of service for, we're estimating 6 weeks. And so during that time, we will have some access to a portion of the parking lot that's not being removed by driving over the grass, but we would like to have some parking for staff and for people looking to visit the Humane Society for adoptions, whatever, on the west side of Critter Court during that time period.
Anyone else for public input? Second call for public input. Third and final call for public input. Public input is closed. We'll now move on to the Public Works portion of the agenda. Item number 4 is request from the Cooley Region Humane Society to allow temporary parking along the west side of Critter Court. Jared.
Thank you. In your map packet tonight, you will find a map and letters submitted by the Cooley Region Humane Society requesting, as was stated in public input, parking along Critter Court. We currently have no parking on either side of Critter Court. This area does have some history with the no parking for some of you that have been around over the years. Been on the Board of Public Works multiple times over probably the last 20 years since that cul-de-sac and the Humane Society building went in there. We did meet with individuals from the Cooley Region Humane Society, myself and City Engineer Kevin Schubert on site. Looked at it, really in looking at this, we feel that allowing them to park on one side during the construction, considering it's only a 6-week window, would be agreeable. Part of the parking along this area, it was getting parked up so hard with the Gunderson Clinic at the time and Springbrook and the businesses along there. That's the reason that ultimately the parking was taken off a number of years ago, but I think for the 6-week period, I think this can be accommodated out there. If we would, in communications with the Humane Society representatives, if we found something that was happening or going on out there, I do feel that they would respond to our requests if something happened during that time, but staff has no problems with allowing this request.
Mayor.
I just have a couple questions. So would the parking be on the street or would they be on the shoulder into
It'd
the?
be on the street. So where it's red cross hatching on your map, that we would allow parking. It does show it kind of behind the street.
Yeah,
I
that's
guess,
why
but-
I was
but
like,
we were proposing to actually allow parking on the street.
okay,
yeah.
and so will the city bear the cost and management of signing that?
No, we will cover the signs that are out there, but the Humane Society, and talking to them, they are proposing to provide signage that says Cooley Region Humane Society parking.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah, they have, that's the understanding, verbal understanding with the representatives, and Mr. Caffrey can acknowledge that if you so. Yep, they have acknowledged that, so we did discuss that at the on-site meeting.
Okay, that's all my
Yeah,
questions.
because that was my main concern myself was I see several businesses, if you will, in this area that could just move right on in there. But if you're going to be marking it as your own, then yeah, that probably would be best. Larry,
What are you talking about as far as employee numbers?
Maybe that's 3 or 4 employees, they don't all work at the same time. We also have, members of the public coming in with stop and.
Right.
In the map, you can see the parking lot that's, southwest of the building, the remaining service.
Oh, okay.
And that's where most of the employees can park. But the main parking lot in front of the building and the driveway all the way down from the cul-de-sac will be under.
All right, thank you.
Okay, make a
I'll-
motion
yep, go
to
ahead.
approve the request from the Cooley Region Humane Society to allow the temporary parking as described.
I'll second.
approval, or a motion to approve by Mayor Smith, seconded by Sabrina Steger. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed, motion passes. Item number 5 was. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you.
Wisconsin Department of Natural Resources 2022 MS4 Stormwater Permit Annual Report. Jared.
Thank you. In your packet tonight is our MS4 annual report. You'll notice that this is very similar to the previous reports that have been submitted. This is submitted every year. Mr. Kevin Schubert, our city engineer, does work on this report on an annual basis, gets it submitted to the DNR. This is going to lead us into the next item number 6. So we just basically need a motion to approve it for submission to the DNR, and then we can kind of talk about it a little bit more under item number 6. I think it's going to be a good leading into the discussing intricacies of the permit.
Okay, I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion, Wisconsin Department of Natural Resources 2022 MS4 Stormwater Permit Annual Report be submitted.
Approved. and
And
submitted?
approved and submitted.
Okay. I'll second. So we have a motion to approve by Larry Jurassic, seconded by myself. Any further discussion?
Just, I'm not trying to, if you got questions right now, I'm more than happy to answer them about it, but I think our next one's gonna lead
Yeah.
us in a little bit.
I think so too. Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion passes. Item number 6, Wisconsin Department of Natural Resources MS4 Permit Program Evaluation Summary. Jared.
Thank you. In your packet, you'll notice the letter from the Wisconsin DNR dated 3/14/23. We did have DNR staff on site for a complete day of going over MS4 permit activities. Our last interaction with the DNR as far as a program evaluation was August of 2019. You can see there's a very detailed analysis and letter included within your packet tonight, outlining various topics that are reported each year within our MS4 annual report. In that letter, we got various items that you can see that there are areas that we will be responding with a letter within the 30-day time frame to meet the requirements of the report. We do have a variety of permit conditions, public education, a variety of things that we will be responding to the DNR. In looking at this with Kevin and myself, the current DNR staff are requesting more thorough documentation on a variety of items. Since our last audit, the local staff really wants to see things documented more within the report. That is a lot of what you see. Some of our stormwater modeling has already been gone through. There's a modeling piece in here. Strand Associates, our consultant on the modeling, has already reached out. We've got verbal or email approval for our comments back to them about the modeling. So we've got that part taken care of. One of the things I just say that, being more thorough, some of the items that we need to work on in the report that we need improvement on, such things as a nutrient plan in the cemetery. We don't have it documented. We don't actually fertilize out there, but it's over 5 acres and we do spray for weeds. So we got to do something with that. Some illicit discharge inspection done during the summer. We look at all the outfalls, but it's not during dry weather. So we have to have that done to meet the requirements of the MS4 permit. We need a pollution prevention plan for the park shop. Last report, we did one for the public works facility, which is a much larger facility. And they stated that we need one for the park shop also. And then stormwater management inspections is going to be a larger one where everything that we are taking credit for within our modeling. So there's, for instance, at Globe University, there's a stormwater feature out in the front. We've got to be inspecting that with our staffing levels. Just in the engineering department, we just have not ever found time to do that. I think moving forward, we're going to make our response to the DNR with a letter. I will be coming back in the future, probably trying to hire Strand Associates to assist us with some of these things, such as the summer illicit discharge inspection, and then we can maybe train some of our staff at the same time. And then also these stormwater management area inspections to move forward, the nutrient plan, some of those things. So we will be needing some assistance. We just don't have enough staff currently to do the documentation that some of the DNR staff is requesting in this evaluation. So overall, they were very pleased. At the end of the day, we met with them. They met without us for a while. We came back into the room and they were, told us we had some things to work on, but they were very positive with our interactions and things, a lot of good things to say and everything. So Kevin was also there for the report. If Kevin, you got anything you want to add or? No. Okay. But yeah, we got some stuff to work on, but it's very positive. So I guess with that, we wanted to just bring it to your attention that we did have the evaluation, the report. We will be following up with the letter, and we will be bringing back some sort of scope of work to assist city staff in meeting our permit obligations. So I guess with that, I'd open up for questions.
Yeah. No questions, but just 2 quick comments. Well, first off, thank you for being transparent, to include with the public. I mean, that's a necessity. But I do want to briefly mention that when you have evaluations like this, it's more common than not that you're going to find some findings.
Something, yeah.
The question is, are they finding major findings? And I'm not hearing that here. So you did a very good job. But the last thing I want to mention is there's several items in here that are actually highlighting really good stuff, to include mentioning Aaron by name.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, so there's some things in here. And one of them, the very first one to mention is, a little humility maybe within your department. It says that, where was it? City and consortium are doing more than the annual report indicated. This is reference public education, involvement, participation, outreach. Don't shortchange yourself. So, so bottom line is there's a lot of good stuff in here.
Yeah.
Too. So, yeah.
And I think part of it is, you've seen this report, the one we just approved, our annual report. Where do you start and stop? Some of it is we don't have a full-time stormwater person, and we've looked at some of the other examples that they've given us, and they've got staff that cites phone calls that they called somebody about putting in a rain garden. Well, we don't have that capability with what we have in front of us. So there are some things to improve on, that we need to do. And I think we've got a plan to get there. But we will be stormwater utility. That's when we have the stormwater utility for, like when we did the last audit, they wanted our modeling updated, and we invested in the modeling update that really helped us get to where we had to be. So it's just one of them things. We just got to keep working at it and making improvements.
If there's something you can't get done within 30 days, please let the common council know too.
Yep.
Okay.
And the 30 days is just to have the letter. So then we submit the letter saying in the next 6 months, how we will attack these things.
Oh, I see.
And then hopefully
Okay.
6 months from now, we can give them a letter that says, this is what we've done. And they'll say, yes, okay, you've met your requirements, or we ask and say, okay, we can't get it done in 6 months, we need another 3 months, and they'll give us an approval that,
Yeah.
you know, if there's justified.
Well, the main thing is if we're ever at risk of any fines, that's
Yep,
what we
yep.
need to know.
Yep.
So,
No, so it's during the permit, usually the permit's good for 5 years. Like I said, we were inspected in August of 2019, so it, you know, these inspections should really only be every 5 to 8 years, but
I would say it's more of a staff turnover at DNR. And the MS4 permit we have, it's a statewide permit for like, when you get to your water or wastewater.
Pass that over to them.
You have individual permits for your municipality. The stormwater field permit is a general permit that any MS4 has, right? So it's not individually specific for us. Normally, DNR staff, they would have one every permit cycle. Just with the staff turnover, the new staff, DNR is trying to get a baseline for their communities in the region. So technically, our permit, MS4 permit, was issued May 1st of 2019. So we've technically had 2 audits in the same permit cycle. They last 5 years, but more of it's just staff turnover, right? They have a bunch of new staff. They wanted to get a feel for the communities and stuff like that. And we got chosen. We actually have a fairly good working relationship with the new staff, just field correspondence. So potentially I thought it's probably just an ease that they had worked with us on some larger projects last year. So they just said, would you guys, you know, like to do it, or they picked us. So.
Wasn't any gotcha.
No, not a gotcha. And I don't think that's the,
it's never the intent.
it's not the point of the DNR. They're kind of realists, you know, but they have to enforce their codes. But that's why Jared said this is going to be more of a fluid working relationship moving forward. If we show continued progress and stuff like that, I think that'll be acceptable. I don't believe this is a gotcha. They're not trying to do anything like that. Just trying to ensure compliance, or that you're working towards the extent of the permit or the intent of the permit guidelines.
Well, I'll move that we file the MS4 permit program evaluation summary.
I'll second.
Any further discussion? Yes, absolutely. Dan Wolf.
Thank you again. Yeah, I haven't had a chance to, I don't serve on this committee, so I haven't had a chance to read the whole thing, but I will by council Tuesday. But a few things that I noted, you know, anytime we deal with the DNR, it always seems like there's a long list of things that need to be done, and applaud the staff for all the work that you continue to do. My husband was in quality for over 35 years, so you're always bound to have something. I guess one of the many things, the good things that were in here, one thing that I just wanted to call out under the, where is it? Under the observations and required actions summary on page 37 in the middle there, C3. It didn't surprise me to read this. The public works yard was spotless inside and out during our visit. Even the areas in front of the doors to the salt sheds were incredibly clean. This was impressive given the fact that it is still winter. The vehicles were also spotless and looked very well maintained. It is obvious that the city takes pride in the shop yard and equipment. You know, certainly applaud our staff for their continued steadfastness in their maintenance and the work that they always do. And quite frankly, I think you could probably look at any of our departments throughout the entire city. You know, this just, they all, you know, treat the equipment and have a lot of respect for the equipment and the buildings that we provide everyone. But just kudos to your staff and great job. Thank you.
Any other comments? All right, so yeah, so obviously Diane Wolf is present. I see Tom Smith is online and Leanne is also here. So I guess I should have mentioned that one at the beginning. Okay, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. Item number 7, 2023 pavement project bid. Jared.
packet tonight, we do have the notice to contractors, our bid advertisement. We will be opening this bid the morning of council and bringing it forward to the council meeting, and just wanted to alert you that it will be on the non-consent agenda and be bidding out that yearly project.
Okay. Any questions or comments for Jared? All right, item number 8. 2023 miscellaneous concrete project bid. Jared.
Same thing again here. We've got the bid advertisement, notice to contractors in our packet tonight. That bid will be open the morning of the council meeting, we'll be bringing that forward on the non-consent agenda for possible action. One thing I will say is this is probably one of the largest miscellaneous concrete bids we're ever gonna have. There's a lot of different stuff, park stuff in there and some repairs to the fire department bays and things like that. And with the latest concrete prices that we saw in some of the earlier bids in the year, it's gonna be an interesting one to open, so.
Okay.
May the force be with
All right.
Sarcastic.
Item number 9, City Hall generator replacement project bid. Again, Jared.
Well, this one actually was good news today. So this was a good thing. This was the City Hall generator replacement bid was bid in the, or included in the 2023
Yep.
capital improvement budget. We did have online bidding today through our consultant Strand Associates. So we did open the bids online, was not a physical bid opening. We did only have one contractor bid the project, which was Kish and Sons Electric. They have performed many projects over the many years for the city, so they are a qualified bidder. One area that we did have during the online bid today, we did have where we opened the bid and as you've probably noticed before, we do require a bid bond for the projects to ensure that when people bid that they don't withdraw their bid. They had uploaded a blank bid bond. So they did not have a bid bond included with their bid, but they had the blank sheet. We treated this after referring with legal counsel as a clerical error. Like if somebody has a math error or something, we did follow up with them. They did supply the proper bid bond and it was actually dated yesterday. So as I stated, we stated this as a clerical error. We accepted their bid. We feel we're within means to do that. That we have it on file. We have all the proper paperwork. So we did feel we could accept the bid. The original estimate with contingency for this project was $532,500. We did bond or put in the capital improvement budget through ARPA fund, or no, we bonded for this one.
I think we
Bonded for this one at 550,000 in the capital improvements budget. So staff is recommending that Kish and Sons Electric be approved for the bid of $484,991 even to install the City Hall generator replacement project.
the motion.
I would make that in the form of a motion. I
I'll
would.
second it.
Okay. Motion made to approve the bid by Kish and Sons by Jared, seconded by Mayor Smith. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
go ahead.
Was this just a 24-hour bid window and that's it?
We actually advertise it for minimum 10 days past the advertisement date. So it was advertised for, gosh, 2.5 weeks, probably almost 3 weeks.
Okay, but only one bid.
Only one bid came in. Yeah, we even as staff followed up with other contractors in the area to try and made sure they were aware of the bid at least, and they were. They just we just only received one bid.
Okay, thank you.
And it was a good news bid. Yes, Sabrina.
This we actually used ARPA funding for. This was one of the ones that we switched at the end. We decided to do ARPA funding for the generator and then we're bonding for the community center. So
That's what I-
so we'll have a little extra
In
for
next
year.
for next year.
Third and
Say
final
we'll
year.
find out.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Okay, any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Item number 10, Public Works Department Annual Report.
Included in your packet tonight is the 2022 annual report. One thing to note on the front cover, we did have confined space training and we did lower our city engineer, Mr. Schubert, into a confined space. So you can see him harnessed up for that training. So that was yeah, we did pull him out. We didn't leave him in there. You know, I would say just the Public Works Department in general, obviously, as all of you know, we carry many hats. We delve into many projects. We work on many things. And with that, it's always an interesting year. We've had some staff turnover with retirements and people that have left. So we are training new staff. We've got a few staff now that are under the 3-year mark for being in our department, which is something new for us, but we're excited that we've got these new individuals. We're getting them trained. You know, the annual report kind of speaks for itself, but a lot of different things we do. I mean, it's just a lot of different things. We truly feel we live out to our mission statement of affecting all of our citizens in a positive way every day. So I guess with that, I'd be open for questions, but just for information.
I liked all the pictures.
Any questions, discussion, concerns?
I had one question, and that was on the fish. Has that been
Oh,
The,
moving on the fish?
oh,
Somebody
this,
asked me the other day.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
all right. So I don't think this requires a motion.
Just place on file.
Just place on file.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a motion. Then I'll move that we place on file.
I'll second.
All right, motion by myself, seconded by Sabrina to place on file. Any further discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Item number 11, well, number 10, emergency repairs. Jared,
In your packet tonight, I have included a brief description.
said 10, it's 11. Yeah.
Item 11, well, number 10.
Oh, okay, got it. And I did say it right.
Confusing.
Go ahead.
Did that intentionally, no.
Yeah.
With the well repairs, just wanted to bring it to the board's attention. We have been working at well number 10 for some time. We've been experiencing a loss of power from Xcel Energy at the site. We did from this, we actually went in and changed out our soft start, which is our motor starter at the well. On replacement of that, and every time that the power goes out, we typically go over there and we turn the disconnect off. The disconnect switch is not made to be turned on and off as many times as we have been doing it in the last year. So our disconnect switch also failed. So it's been a lot of time over there, a lot of repairs, call outs during the weekends, things like that. So it has been frustrating. One thing with now these two pieces replaced, and also part of this is we had LaCour Electric go out there and make sure there's nothing wrong with our motor at the well, all the wiring, things like that. They did test everything. So, and we've had Hoskins Electric out there. That's our electrician that we've been using for this work, and hoping now that we get everything done, it's going to cure everything. And if not, we're going to have further discussions with Xcel. But just wanted to bring you up to speed that we have allocated funds out of the reserves for these emergency repairs, and just alert you to that.
So, I know that, this year has already had some shocks with some of the funding over, or I guess going over budget on some items. How are we doing on these utility reserves? Are we okay?
I would say so. I mean, I don't think this is one that we brought forward and talking to our finance director wanted to bring forward, just alert you, because it is large sum, but we really, the beauty of our infrastructure in the city of Onalaska is we've invested heavily in our infrastructure, and I feel that shows that we don't have a lot of these repairs that we are forced to make as an emergency status. We try to keep up on things. And that really shows in our wells, lift stations, booster stations, all those things. So and let Sabrina speak a little more, but
Yeah, I feel comfortable where we're at in regards to reserves
Okay.
for water, sewer and storm.
I'll just go ahead then for the record and make a motion to approve the $14,365.82 to Hoskins Electric for the well number 10 emergency repairs, with that funding to come from the utility budget.
Is
and
that
I'll just clarify
that-
that it's going to be 14 plus the 13
plus the
on-
404?
Oh,
plus
geez,
well,
sorry.
404 we just paid out of our operating,
Okay,
just a regular operating budget, but
so, yeah, what is?
I thought you had that underlined for the reason that was the amount.
it is for that one, but then we got two different double underlines. I'm sorry.
I'll
Next
get it- I'll
page,
get a total here. 13,
next page, Mayor.
728.23.
There you go. I didn't
Well,
give you, I didn't
Oh,
give
I
you,
didn't catch
I didn't
that.
give you a
Okay.
total, I didn't give you a
Thank you
total.
for clarifying
Yep.
that, because that was like what I was.
So do not include the 404 is what I
No,
mean.
no.
Okay, 14. 365.82. equals, so $28,094.05. Is that your motion?
Yes, thank you for the
Oh,
clarification because I didn't see that that was two
Yep.
things.
And I'll second. So any further discussion? Hearing none, we have a motion to approve $28,094.05 for the emergency repairs on well number 10. All those in favor, please say aye. Opposed? Motion passes. Item number 12, pay estimates. Do we have any addition?
No
Okay,
additions.
so pay estimates with based on,
I move to approve
2,
the
3, 4.
four pay estimates dated April 4th,
Second,
2023 in our packet.
motion to approve the 4 pay estimates by Mayor Smith, seconded by Larry Jurassic. Any further discussion or questions? All right, hearing none. All those in favor, please say aye. Opposed? Motion passes. That concludes the Public Works portion of the agenda. Moving on to utilities. There is no report, which brings us to item number 14, adjournment.
make a motion that we adjourn.
I'll second.
Motion to adjourn by Larry Jurassic, seconded by Sabrina Steger. All those in favor, please say aye. Opposed? Motion passes. We are adjourned. It is 7:01.
That was